President Trump inviting congressional leaders to the White House today on day 12 of the partial government shutdown. In an exclusive interview with Fox News' Pete Hegseth on New Year's Eve, President Trump discussed negotiating an end.
I'm in Washington. I'm ready, willing, and able. I'm in the White House. I'm ready to go. They can come over right now. They could have come over any time. I spent Christmas in the White House. I spent New Year's Eve now in the White House. And, I'm here. I'm ready to go. It's very important. A lot of people are looking to get their paycheck. And so I'm ready to go anytime they want. No, we are not giving up. We have to have border security. And the wall is a big part of border security, the biggest part.
Joining me now for reaction, RNC Spokeswoman Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, good to see you this morning. What is the outcome, and do we even know that these, particularly the Democratic leaders, are going to show up at this meeting today?
Oh, we don't know if the Democratic leaders are going to show up. Maybe Nancy Pelosi decided to spend an extra day in Hawaii. We'll find out. This president sent an unmistakable message, though, when he stayed in the White House. He was ready to make a deal. He's been ready to make a deal. Very reasonable proposals. He started with $25 billion for the wall, now to $5 billion. Now he says he's prepared to go between $5 billion and the $1.3 billion. So while this president is working and putting forth reasonable compromise, you have the Democrats who decided to take a vacation while federal workers aren't getting paid. So Nancy Pelosi owns this. Let's hope that she comes to the table.
Yeah, but if the shutdown goes on for too long and you wind up the president's quibbling over $5 billion, really seemingly concerned that I'm going to build a wall and Mexico's going to pay for it, that could be his read my lips moment. Which you heard from George H.W. Bush before, that, of course, he lost the presidential election in 1992. If this continues to go on, doesn't it fall on his shoulders since he's running the country?
I don't think it does fall on his shoulder because voters are watching and they're observing. What they're observing is this president has said border security is important. It's worth a partial government shutdown, especially when you see Officer Singh, who lost his life out in California to someone who should not have been here. The stakes are real. Americans must be protected. And this president has sent an unmistakable message saying,
I will push back on that because you know what? If the Republicans were worried about sanctuary cities in that omnibus spending bill that they passed through the House and the Senate early last year, they would have taken money away from sanctuary cities. They would have put restrictions on the funding for those sanctuary cities because that is their constitutional power, the power of the purse. And Kayleigh, the Republicans did nothing.
Yeah, it's really important for Republicans in Congress to stand up and stand beside the president. You're right to point out sanctuary cities. It's a big problem. It's one the president has been very vocal about. And there's no greater leader on ending sanctuary cities, on securing our border, than President Trump. He is out there on a daily basis talking about this, but we have to have a willing negotiating partner.
Yeah, but he signed that omnibus spending bill. He signed it and clearly regretted it.
And he said that it would not be something that he would do again. He has been an unmistakable voice for border security. Out of any leader we've seen in decades, this president has been the president firmly standing on the side of the American people in securing our border.
Cheryl, I know that you read the Wall Street Journal editorial on this, which we heard on Monday after Lindsey Graham, the senator, met with President Trump. It was an idea floated by the kind of great Trump whisperer in Washington about how to middle ground and
here's
with
the
the Dreamers.
This is what they say, the editorial board. A way out of the shutdown, Trump should trade Dreamer legalization for more border money. I'm not sure that the president, Dagan, doesn't at this point have any choice but to come to some type of deal because Nancy Pelosi knows she can hold him to those words. You're right. His read my lips moment in the White House with Schumer and Pelosi, they can use that politically. They can use that against him for months. I don't think he's got a choice but to come to some type of deal with them. Yeah. Even if it's $1.5 billion, that's better than zero for a border wall.
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, and Kayleigh, it is true that today the president, or tomorrow, Pelosi and Schumer are essentially going to say we have bipartisan bills on every other aspect of the government but the wall. So let's put that over here and pass everything else as we did before Christmas. That's going to be their counter to the president to make it all about that. But say, meanwhile, we're not the ones getting in the way, which will be, we'll see how that plays. But that is a logical counterstroke for them to make.
And that idea of just passing something through February the 8th to extend the funding for Department of Homeland Security is something that the Senate Republicans actually voted on. So there is some agreement there.